Poštovani gledaoci, dobar dan. Vi gledate još jedno izdanje emisije Pola, sata, demostata. Naš današnji gost je ambasador Republike Češke u Republici Srbiji, gospodin Jan Bondi. Ambassador, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon. Thank you for invitation.
Thank you for coming. And let's start with the first question. Tell us something more about bilateral relations between your country and Serbia.
Oh, our relation has a long tradition. I think that's not only in the military aspects, but also on the other issues. And I think, for example, with the agriculture part was a very big initiative from the Czech side or Czechoslovak side or Austrian side. 200 years ago, it is establishing with the first agriculture groups of the people that they help each other. It was very interesting. And then lately it was Mala Antema, which was agreement with Romania, Yugoslavia, and Czechoslovakia about some military aspects. And then, after the Second World War, the Yugoslavia was for Czechs or Czechoslovaks. So there was an example of a very interesting, nice behavior of the country. So you were a model for us for the future with kind aspects of democracy, which unfortunately is something different in the past time. But anyway, so our relation is really strong, and economically speaking, we are one of the 5 biggest investors in Serbia for the moment, and there is a big interest to make our partnership and cooperation even deeper. So I'm really proud and quite busy with the Czech businessmen that they are coming to Serbia and they have an interest for cooperation. That's fill me of the proud.
Yes, and that's great also. What area of cooperation are you most proud of?
Well, mostly the economics. As I said, we have a good cooperation in the machinery and in the real estates. There is some interest to help in the green energies systems and solar economics. So interesting difference. And as you can see every day on your roads, more than 20% of cars are coming from Mladá Boleslav, Czech Republic. I mean Skoda cars.
Yes, you're an ambassador from a NATO ally. What do you think of NATO today? And also, what is, in your opinion, the added value that NATO has in the current geopolitical context?
Well, for countries like Czech Republic is EU and NATO membership very important. We put it on the let's say really topics that are somewhere in this high scale of our interest. I understand it's different in Serbia, but for the Czechs, after this long experience with different kind of invasions of the Nazi Germany and then later of the communistic Soviet Union, so it was really the way out, and we are really proud to be a member. We managed to fulfill even all our, let's say, duties and our, let's say, payment to the system increased. And I think vis-a-vis the common situation in Ukraine, so I think that's for us is really something which we putting on the, let's say, top priorities.
Here in Serbia, but not only here in Serbia, the general perception of NATO is that NATO is a purely let's say, military organization. That's also due to the heavy legacy of the past. However, we also know that NATO is a political organization. So could you elaborate for our audience a bit on this?
Yes, with pleasure. I will do it. I think we feel it more political structure than the military structure, or on the same levels, let's say. Look, the representatives of the NATO countries are diplomats, are not military people. So we have ambassadors there, that they are coming together, they're discussing the political issues, and they are communicating also this with this military part of the NATO. But for us, it's mostly tool for the cooperation, tool for the understanding among each other. And if you can see this now, let's say, eastern wing of alliance, Baltic states, Ukraine as a candidate state, and Poland, Czech Republic all together with the Germans are able to practice together. They are able to communicate the topic political issues together, and even tackle the things like they are not military. For example, migration. This is also part of our activities, a part of the trainings and a part of the let's say military exchange.
What are the most important activities, in your opinion, for the Eastern Wing, as you said?
Well, reaction on the common situation, on the common ground. We all of our countries has a bad experience with the, let's say, expansive Soviet Union, now Russia. So, and we see what's happening in Ukraine. And we are not far away from the situation that could tackle the other countries. So we have to consult the situation. We have to bring some political, let's say, answers to these aspects, and also the military one. So there is trainings, there is consultations, there is exchange. For example, our aircrafts protecting the Baltic states, and we're trying to be, let's say, comfortable with the new systems, and it's very important for us.
Are there big changes when it comes to new systems?
Well, there are big changes. For example, the Czech Republic decided to equip the military with the new techniques, with the new aircrafts, with new trainings. So we are helping Ukraine to train the Ukrainian soldiers. We are these military initiatives to support the Ukraine with bullets for the tanks and the other equipment. So I think that's quite a lot of changing since last 2 and 3 years.
And a lot of happenings, certainly.
Yeah.
In the light of what was said, how important do you think is the political dialogue among allies, but also between allies and the partnering countries? Yes.
Well, I think that's a part of this, let's say, non and pro NATO countries. There is a good connections. There are good connections. There is a exchange of expertise. There are small group of the people as advisors to the systems, and I think that the Czech Republic feels very important cooperation with Serbian military systems. There is a lot of cooperation in this some defense and practical sections like kinology, meteorology, healthcare, and health systems. So there is on this level of the communication is I can be proud, and I can say that there are exchanges. We have our military representative at the embassy who is coordinating the activities with the Serbian military.
And when it comes to political dialogue between the allies?
Well, I am not that much involved in this dialogue about them. We just understand that this dialogue is going on. There is some exchanges, but I'm sorry that I cannot go to the details because simply I don't know the details.
What are your views on NATO partnership with Serbia?
Well, it's also up to the Serbia how far we can go in this. We understand that the issues that they happened in 25 years ago were very significant at the time, and it's deeply into the society. So I think that's but we have to overcome it, because we are facing really the other problematic issues that are around us. Look, this turnout of the Balkan country states, involvement of the fake news, involvement of the, let's say, activity of Russians in this territory. We are still not absolutely sure what the Chinese politics could bring to this, let's say, not only military, but also non-military effects, which could affect us. So I think that consultations and cooperation is really, really preferable for both of sides.
When it comes to NATO's partnership with Serbia, what would be your opinion about how it has been evolving through time?
Well, historically speaking, I'm very proud to tell you that even in 19th century, there was a General Zach, František Zach, who was at the beginning one of the founder of the military education in Serbia. So since that time, there is existing the exchanges. And coming to the contemporary situation, there is exchange of the people are coming. The Minister of Defense was invited to Czech Republic a couple months ago, and I think that there is this level is quite frequential, I can say.
And that's good news to hear that. What do you think are the main advantages of partnership, both for Serbia and for NATO?
Serbia had, I don't know if it's happy to say, but it's true. There is a good experiences from these different military activities in the past, in the near past, we can say. For many of the countries, NATO member states, there is a very important to know the situation, to discuss it with the experts and with the military experts in Serbia. For example, our common president Petr Pavel is a military guy from this history. He has experience in the Balkan, and I think that the consultations about the KFOR, about the others organizations and groups is very important, and I think that's something that could improve the knowledge from the both sides, and this is the thing that's should be really supported.
Military background could be helpful in this way as well.
Yeah.
So tell me also, when we look at the broader regional context, and there is a lot happening, not just in the region, but also in the world, how do you assess the evolution that the Western Balkans countries underwent since the late 1990s? A lot had been going on back then, and what the future can bring to this region in this regard?
Our hope, I mean the hope of the Central European states, is to get to the fruitful future for the Western Balkan countries. First of all, to be members of the European Union. This region is part of the Europe. It should remain as a part of Europe, and Europe flourishing. The Europe that goes nicely into the future which will be not so easy for us, As we said, there is a lot of influences from different sides, and we have to be strong together, and we have to support each other, and we have to not only to communicate with the military's, activities, but also with the economical things. When the people are able to speak together, when the people are able to make a business together, it's avoiding the crisis usually. So that's our, big task to do this from the both sides. we have to improve our relation to the Western Balkan countries, and you have to understand why we are maybe sometimes too slow, why we are sometimes too complicated, but it's democracy. And this is something which is maximally needed.
You mentioned communication as something crucial for today's world. When there is communication, there is a lot of disinformation. We also mentioned here fake news. What's your standing point when it comes to defense against disinformation, not only when it comes to NATO-connected issues, but also when it comes to cooperation between countries?
Well, I think it started already. There are some countries that they are able to exchange the informations from not only from the police, from the military, also from some non-governmental institutions, and there is trainings, different kind of trainings, how to improve the society to facing, how to overcome this, let's say, influence of this fake news. The very good expertise is coming from Finland, from Nordic countries. They are really experts, or the best one in this scenario to how to tackle the fake news. And I think that our society needs this training and to understand very good what is wrong and what is true. And I think that is permanent work, and we have to cooperate in these fields as well.
That also means that we have to cooperate in the field of media literacy and to do more.
Yes, we can do this. Apart of that, we have different languages sometimes, and that we have different approaches to some topics. We have to understand what is important for us and when we can improve our knowledge and our cooperation. So that's what our country offered to Serbians. We're supporting several non-governmental institutions to improve the independence of journalists, to tackle the fake news, and to cooperate in these aspects. We offer also some trainings on ground in Czech Republic for the Serbian journalists. So, and I think it's warmly accepted. I have to say that that's a successful project.
Good to hear that. So we are at the beginning of this year. What are your plans in this year when it comes to our not only army but also bilateral cooperation? And would you like to invite people to see something, to visit something? What would you like to highlight when it comes to our cooperation in this year?
Yes, well, I came in September, since 3 months ago, something like this. And since this 3 months period, I managed to invite our Ministry of Foreign Affairs, our Prime Minister and Minister of Agriculture. So more than enough for the last year. For this year, as you asked me, what is the plans for this year? I think it's the continuity in this. I would really appreciate if there will happen the presidential visit that is planned. President Pavel has a lot to say here, and I think that it would be nice to have him here if it's possible. I mean, on this political level, let's say. And non-political level, I think that we have to boost our cooperation in this economical sector, as I mentioned, and also in the culturally. We opened the culture house here. We are offering the Czech language courses. We are offering some cooperation for the artists and for the culture people. You know, there was always the good relation with the Czech and Serbian culture. We have a lot of Serbians that they trained, filmmakers that they studied in Czechoslovakia, in Czech Republic, in Prague and in Brno. So there is a lot of involvement and exchanges. So I will be happy to keep it going on.
We would also be happy to support that. And tell me, we were talking about political dialogue between NATO and partner countries. Is there something that you would like to see coming in this field in 2025?
Well, First of all, I wish that all these, let's say, military accidents will be reduced or stopped. This is my big wish. And the second one is that our, let's say, military systems could come in closer together. They can help each other. That's not only question of the military, but also question of non-military issues. There are different situations. You see the environment is changing. We had a huge floods a couple months ago in Czech Republic. There are troubles on the different parts of the Serbia as well. They can people from the military or the people or the experts helping somehow to improve the society and our quality of life. This is, I think, that's always place that is welcome to be helped and to be supportive.
In the end, what would be your message to the young population of Serbia as well as the young population of the Western Balkans in general?
Well, I have no doubts about the young generation in Serbia. They are brave people, that they know what they want, and I can only offer that the border should be open for both sides. There should be a good number of exchanges of the schools of the classes of the students come to see the Czech Republic, come to study the Czech Republic, and opposite as well. You have a lot of to offer to the Czech citizens, and I am happy that this number of the not only tourists but let's say experts from the different spheres are improving, and there are coming more and more people from Czech Republic to see the Serbia and Serbian lives.
Your Excellency, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you for this interview. Poštovani gledaoci i slušaoci, bilo je ovo još jedno izdanje emisije Pola sata Demostata. Moje ime je Tamara Bajčić. Nastavite da nas pratite na YouTube-u i podcast platformama i ne zaboravite da se pretplatite na naš kanal na YouTube-u, ali i da nas zapratite na svim društvenim mrežama na kojima smo prisutni. Doviđenja i prijetno!